when I did my first mask work training with Keith Johnstone, it was an absolute revelation to me. So some of the masks, I'll just kind of say this, and you just have to take my word for it. But mask work allows you to find parts of yourself that you maybe don't play with that often. And I'm sure you know that already, Rachel. But anyway, I'll just sort of saying this out loud for anyone who might be listening who may not know that. And so I did a lot of work with an angry mask, where it's a half mask. So this part of your face is covered, and the mouth and just the bottom of the nose is showing. But the face that is here on this mask is really angry. It's red and terribly furious looking. And wearing that mask, you go into a half trance because you have a mirror with you, and you look at yourself and you think, this is an angry face, so I feel angry, and you have to make very angry noises. You go, ah, and it works because you sort of see yourself in the mirror as this angry thing, and you're feeling it, and you're making these very primal noises. And I found parts of myself that were able to be really angry, and then I found another mask that I liked. And what was really interesting was there was this rather sweet and innocent mask that just found everything rather beautiful and amazing. And I love that mask so much that I bought it from Keith Johnstone, and I still have that mask.
Will there be a photo of it later?
I can probably share a photo of my mask here, called Big Wren, the name I invented with my daughter. But the thing is, with these masks and the way that Keith Johnstone worked, you actually grow into your mask. And my mask was almost non-verbal. This character, this person, this mask was non-verbal. Big Wren could only sort of gasp at the sky and point at birds, and then he said things like birds and sky and God. And he said, "Oh, God," and just really blissed out with the sheer joy of the world. It was so nice to be in that mask. And I think what I'm groping towards here is that there was that part of me already in there that looked at myself in the mirror as this very innocent, like, oh, that's what the face was like. It's like, oh, really wide eyes of joy. And I saw it and I felt it, and I was making the right noises, which were, oh, 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 oh. Everything felt like that. And so that was honest. It was honest in the time. It wasn't calculated play acting. It was very, very visceral and very primal. And I think there's something really lovely about any kind of art format, because I see that one of the people who's just joined is a visual artist. And any form of art, hello, by the way, any form of art allows us to access those parts of ourselves, which in that particular mask workshop happen to be a mask, but even without a mask, I think we can do that. And I'm really looking forward to this kind of 24-hour capsule in which I can write with you wearing some kind of honest mask as a writer.
Yeah, it's what comes out, not what gets caught in, but what is freed by it. Absolutely, as the Peter Brook title, isn't it? Exposed by the mask or freed by the mask. Yeah. And they're all in us. So in terms of that fear that every sponsored writer, I'm sure, has at some level, and they over time they enjoy that fear. They in roller coaster form, and in We Love Deadlines, they make us actually do stuff form. Yeah. You don't ever need to think to yourself, is it good? No. It's we all sometimes we all will, but what you need to think is, am I interested? And follow that interest, and so that you're going, ooh, I wonder what's around the next corner.